Welcome to this week's edition of the Sports Scoop Coaches Show.
Yeah.
Joining me is Old Faithful Ted Hammond and the head baseball coach at Waseca, Joe. Oh yeah, baseball must not have started yet because I knew he was going to start coming when baseball starts, right?
Yes.
Oh well.
When you keep saying "Old Faithful" to me, is that because I spout off, or is that?
Well, that's a point.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
that's
just
a
wondering.
point in
Okay,
your
because
head.
every week, so "Old Faithful," okay, and then "Old Faithful" down there, never
That means
here.
I'm praising you for being here every week on time, ready to go.
It's just like my wife.
Just like your wife.
Every year, I'm on time, ready to go.
Let's start out with our Blue Jay tennis team.
Yo.
Kyle Collins' crew got their first win of the year. They beat Blue Earth 4-3. 1-5 for the year. They play St. James tomorrow.
All right. Remember in the old days when that Hal Schrader used to be from Blue Earth?
Yes.
He won the conference like 22 years in a row or something like that. Well, that's good. Good win. Blue
He
Earth.
won the conference almost as many years as Edina won the state.
Oh, jeez.
Tennessee had almost 20, I think.
Or Gustavus men's in tennis.
Yeah, you bet.
They dominate. Okay.
Golf programs. Teddy, how'd the Jays do last week?
Well, we had kind of mixed results. Okay, we had New Ulm on Monday at home again. Lost both of them, boys and girls. We lost to the boys by 3, and I had a couple JVers that if I'd had them in the varsity lineup, that we would have won the match. But you never know. Right now we're kind of struggling for some consistency in the lower levels, like 5, 6, and then we got 7 and 8 guys that kind of rotate in the 5th and 6th spots on varsity. And I need somebody to just be consistently in the 40s, but we go like from 44 to 53, and it just hasn't been conducive to scoring for us. But so we lost to New Ulm for the boys. The girls lost also by 9, and the New Ulm girls had a couple girls in the 40s, and we only had one, Sydney O'Brien. So they took us in that. So a conference match at home, and to me it's like a double loss. You know, you should hold serve on your home course, and we did.
How is the lakeside course this early in the season?
It's in gorgeous condition. Yep, it really is. Even with that rain we had last weekend, well, this week, it held up pretty good, except the driving range. That's pretty low there, but yeah, it's been great. And a lot of people, members, even though it's not the best of weather, they're flocking to get out there because you know, we had a late spring. So on Tuesday, then I took the guys over for just a varsity meet. It was a 8-team meet, and we ended up taking second place, which is really good. And we took second to St. Peter's home course, and they had their young little freshman that beat us here. He was a medalist here at the 42. He had a 75 over there. Wow. Now, Shorter's only a par 69, but still, that's quite a score.
But it's a tough course.
Tough course, and it was a lousy day again. Last year we had a wind chill about 25. This time it was about 40. But it just, we haven't had conducive, nice weather conducive for scores. But Andrew Weber came in and was second. He had an 80, and last year he shot a 78 in those miserable conditions, so he's used to doing that. And we had 3 guys in the top 12, which is really good for us. And we took, like I said, second overall. And there's Jordan was in there, Belle Plaine was in there, and they're going to be in our subsection. So it was good to see some teams that we don't normally play against, and we beat them. So we also had, Nick Rowling start coming out of his funk now after being done with that hockey. He had an 84, and then the little youngster, 8th grader, Sam O'Brien, came in with 85. And then we had 2 other guys in the 80s. So we packed up real well. We just need to get somebody now to drop into the 70s, and Andrew Weber and Rowling would be the 2 guys that could do it. So now we're starting May with hopefully some good weather. These 2 guys get down there, and then we bunch up with those young kids, and we should be all right. So. The boys, like I said, took second, so that was a real good round, comeback for us. And that was it for the week because we had prom last weekend, and I just hope everybody out there is safe. You always wonder about that. But so we got done with that. Then we got the variety show coming up this week, so we got all these interruptions and everything else. But the girls are going to have a hectic schedule. Monday, both boys and girls take out Fairmont at home. We need to get a conference win at home. We just need to get a conference win. And on Tuesday, I'm taking the girls over to St. Peter invite like the boys did last week. And we have a good shot there, but St. Peter girls, they took second in the Big 12 last year, and they got a lot of those girls back. And they beat us here, so we'll see what we can do over there. And then, let's see, Thursday the girls had Mankato East, a home match here in Waseca. One that I forgot to talk about is the girls also had a match last week with Mankato West at North Links. And we had 3 girls in below 100, which is really good. Sydney O'Brien led us, and we beat Weston. Had like 3 girls missing for a concert. And so we beat them by 90-some strokes. It was like 398 to 490 or something like that. So it wasn't indicative of what the match should have been like. But at the same time, we had 3 girls under 100, Hannah Potter, youngster. She came in with a 99, first time she's broken 100 on an 18-hole course. So looking good for the girls right now. We'll see what happens.
Girls, what is the, excuse me.
You got a frog in your throat?
Goal for girls, you try and get under 400?
Yeah, we had 398. So we like to get down to like the 380s, and we have a good shot then. But Hannah Potter keeps improving. We got some younger kids coming. Got Caitlin Altman now. And we get her down below the 50s, that'd be nice. And then we got Kenley Pearson, a young girl, Jenna Nelson. We're sitting pretty good right now. We get Megan Filson. I think Megan's going to be the key to us. If we can get her down in the low 50s, high 40s, we'll be sitting just fine.
Well, it sounds like a great week coming up. So if you want to see the Blue Jay golf team, Monday against Fairmont.
Yep, there you go. Yep. And then weather's looking like finally it's going to be favorable.
Good week coming up, it looks like.
Yep, but they've been wrong before.
Well, the NRHEG golf team, the mystery team that we've never heard about yet this year.
Is this a stealth bomber we're talking about here? Never seen it?
I think they play Tuesday at Blooming Prairie. Have you seen anything on them yet?
I have not seen
a word.
Okay, so Brad's, you must be saving the best for last because we got a tournament with them. We'll be at a home in about 2 weeks with against New Richland and 7 other teams. And Brad's always the one that sponsors that, but we got a away match at home, so that's kind of nice. I like that. Don't have to do any planning, just show up and golf.
Maybe Brad's doing his Greg Popovich imitation this year, kind of ignoring the press.
That and not playing his team, saving him up for the playoffs.
And JWP, wow.
A plea.
Friday, they host their invitational at Prairie Ridge, so that's always some area teams. If you want to watch them, you can get out there Friday afternoon and watch the Bulldogs.
JWP boys, they got 3 solid guys. If they could find that 4th guy, they'd be pretty tough. So maybe they found him.
Track and field teams, I think it was kind of a weathered out week for most of them. I know the Jays got weathered out on Thursday against New Ulm. They're scheduled to go to St. Charles on Tuesday and to Mankato East on Thursday. And, of course, East is a defending state champ, so that'll be a great test for them.
They're just a perennial powerhouse, so we'll see what happens
and
there.
Their numbers are just, they
staggering.
double everybody else that comes over there.
Yep.
WEM and track and field, JWP and NRHEG will all be at the Blooming Prairie Invite on Tuesday. So if you want to see those 3 area teams in action, drive down to Blooming Prairie and check them out.
That'd be awesome.
The awesome blossom invitation.
Yeah.
Softball teams in the area, Teddy, JWP, they're 4-5 for the year now. They had a 2-win week. They defeated Lake Crystal 11-10.
Yep.
And Grenada Huntley East Change 17-1.
And I think they had no hitter there.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorjahan, I think she gave up 1, but a couple walks, but I'm pretty sure there's no hitter. So they got the pitching. I think she's a youngster too. I think she might be a sophomore, but hey, that's what you got to have. And Lenny Crowell's got them rolling right now.
Yep.
And I think the Lake Crystal one was a comeback too.
Okay.
They were down in his extra innings. They came back and won it.
Well, you'll see how impressive that Lake Crystal was because NRHEG, which is 6-2 for the year, lost to Lake Crystal 13-7.
Yep. So
that was a good win for the Bulldogs. The Panthers then bounced back and blanked Alden Conger 13-0. As we mentioned, they're 6-2 for the season. They play Monday against USC. WEM, they hit a little lull in the middle, started out fast, then hit a little lull. Crystal Lamont's crew now 8-4 overall. They defeated USC 10-0 and TCU 6-4, so they're 8-4. Monday, JWP will be at Waterville.
there you go.
The Blue Jays and Melissa Cox 2-6 for the year. They lost to Lourdes 12-8 in 9 innings, and then bounced back and beat Blue Earth 14-1 last week. As we mentioned, 2-6. They play kind of a strange quirk in their schedule because they have Blue Earth coming here Monday, and they just played them Thursday. So,
Kind of like a pro schedule.
Yeah.
We play Bagman, Milwaukee, and the Twins. Yeah.
the baseball teams in the area, JWP, they are 4-4 for the season. They defeated Cleveland 13-9, and then lost to the Waseca Blue Jays Friday 8-0. Monday, they travel to WEM. So I got a first-hand look at some of your players, Ted. Wade Miller was the starting pitcher against the Jays. Throws the ball very well.
Walker Miller.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Texas Ranger, that's how I remember
Yep. Throws the ball very well.
Yes, he does.
Throws pretty hard for a little guy. Has a nice breaking ball. Had a couple fielding errors behind him that really hurt him. And
he plays 3 sports, which I really like to see. Yep.
Tommy Gannon started in center field.
How'd he run? Okay.
He ran okay. They took him out late, and I have no idea if it was because the game got a little out of hand or what. But he lined out once and walked a couple times, so he leads off. Big Alex
Jolstead.
The
K is silent.
Yep.
K is silent.
Started at third base. Bats cleanup. He came in and threw the last inning, and we roughed him up a little thanks to his lack of control. But a number of your basketball players, it's kind of fun to watch.
He's a brute. That Jolstead kid is.
Yep.
I was going to ask you something about the pitching. Our pitching. Was that Moss?
That
I guess you'll get to that when
we will get to that.
Okay.
NRHEG, the Panthers got off to a terrible start. Like the Blue Jays, they're now up to 3-6 for the year. They defeated USC 2-1 in their only game of the week. Tuesday, they head to Zumbrota, Mazeppa.
Okay. I wanted to mention that JWP against Cleveland. Cleveland threw that Copette, that 3-sport athlete, and they roughed him up pretty good, so that's good to see.
You bet. WEM, the Bucks are 6-3 overall. They defeated USC 8-5 during the week. Monday, as we mentioned, JWP will be at WEM.
They don't like each other.
And believe this or not, Teddy, the Waseca Blue Jays, 5 straight losses to start the year, 5 straight wins have followed. They're 5-5. We didn't think we'd see it.
Yeah, we saw the Twins do that, so what the heck.
The Jays had a 3-win week. They defeated Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial 7-0. They defeated Blue Earth 3-2, and they defeated JWP 8-0. And we have to throw out Mr. Moss. He's thrown 3 consecutive shutouts and 24 straight scoreless innings.
So what is the record? Anybody know?
No, but here's how an ERA goes from 6 point to 1 point.
Okay.
3 shutouts in a row. He is now becoming a pitcher, not just a thrower.
Well, how about Hagen? How did he do against Blue Earth?
Hagen pitched very well against Blue Earth, and that was I was on the IR that game, but I understand it was 3-0. Hank had a shutout going into the last inning. Had only given up about 3 hits, and all of a sudden Blue Earth got about 5 hits. As Coach said, a few dinks and everything was falling, and pretty soon it's 3-1, and they have the runners on second and third and 2 outs, and a guy gets a hit to right field, and they send the guy from second, and the relay goes from Matt Brownstein to Dakota Williamson to Jake Walter, and Jake Walter had the plate blocked off, and the guy slides, and he's that far short.
Oh,
that's how the game ended.
Exciting.
So, very thrilling. But the Jays they're doing things all right now. We're making the routine play. Well, we said at the start of the year, and you all guys thought I was crazy when we saw the scores at the start, that we got to pitch well to win. But now it's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we have to do.
We didn't think you were crazy. We just thought you acted normal.
Yeah,
so it's
I know.
not a big deal. Okay.
But 5 straight for Waseca. We play Monday. We will play St. Peter in Janesville.
Okay.
Tuesday, we will play Jordan in Waterville.
Okay.
And
all home games.
Saturday, we have a doubleheader against Worthington in Waterville. So another 4-game week.
I got a question.
Yes.
Who's your third chucker?
We hope we don't. Well, Dakota would be number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But so far, these 4-game weeks have worked perfectly. Because we throw Eric on Monday and Thursday, Hank on Tuesday and Friday. This week now we will throw Hank Monday, Eric Tuesday, and they'll both be ready for Saturday.
Okay.
Next week could be the problem.
What is it? Sing and spawn and pray for rain? How's that going?
Yeah, we had to come up with something like that.
Yeah.
But
whatever.
The pitching has carried us to date.
Okay, buddy.
All right, moving on to the big college scene. Teddy.
All right.
I know you're always so interested in this.
I love it.
MSU, the baseball team. Up and down a little this year. They split with Northern. Tink said they had 18 hits the first game and won the second.
Well, that averaged out to 9.5 a game.
Yep. And then they defeated Winona State 6-0 in the opener yesterday. The second game got suspended, so I think they're playing 3 today.
Oh, jeez.
3 sevens.
They should get them in.
Yep. So 15-9 in the conference, 24-14 overall.
For most teams, that'd be a good season.
Yeah.
For them, it's down
season. For them, it's down.
Yeah.
Wednesday, they have Wayne State coming to town for a doubleheader.
Okay, big football rival.
The softball team, 23-6. They won the conference, 42-14 overall. They're 2-1 in the conference tourney right now, and yesterday's action got moved back to today. So they're in a do-or-die situation if they want to win the conference tourney as well.
I think they had to win 3 straight.
3 straight to
win
win
it. Minnesota Duluth, and they got Upper Iowa sitting there waiting for them.
Yep, as Teddy mentioned, they played Duluth today in the first game, and Thursday the regionals start, which I'm sure they'll be in.
I wonder if Coley Reese will pitch. What do you think?
I think so.
Okay.
The Golden Gusties, nice story in the Free Press this morning. The Baker brothers and Bresnahan, all St. Peter grads, are kind of running the show now, and they've brought in Dean Boyer, the longtime MSU coach, to help out. So,
well, you don't realize it's number 7. Oh, I got 22 on. Okay.
They got a lot of baseball knowledge sitting on that bench for Gustavus. The Gusties lost a doubleheader at Concordia last weekend, and then they split with Carleton yesterday. They're 5-11 in the conference, 14-18 overall. They play Morris at home in a doubleheader today, non-conference, and then Wednesday they have Bethel coming to town for a doubleheader.
Yeah, that experience is unbelievable.
Oh,
gosh,
you bet. The softball team, is Jeff back?
No.
Not back yet.
I take that back. I didn't see any results from the World Curling Championship.
So I haven't for a couple of days, so I'm thinking he's either back or on his way.
Yeah.
The Gusties are in 3rd place in the MIAC. They're 13-5 in the conference, 22-10 overall. They swept St. Olaf in a doubleheader and swept Carleton in a doubleheader. So
maybe he is back.
Yeah, on a nice little streak. Today they play St. Catherine in a twin bill, and Tuesday they travel to Concordia for 2.
Go get them, Gusties.
Mankato Bethany having a slow year in the spring. The baseball team 4-8 in the conference, 6-18 overall. They split with Superior of Wisconsin yesterday. Monday they play your favorite team, Finlandia, in a doubleheader. Do we have any idea where that is?
I just found out where Victoria was the other day.
I know it. It's
UW Superior. That's my home stomping grounds there, WSUC. And you know what their nickname is?
No.
Yellow Jackets.
The Yellow Jackets. Yep. Softball team, the Bethany Crew, 4-12 in the conference, 7-23 for the year. They lost the doubleheader to St. Scholastica and then swept the twin bill from North Central.
Mm-hmm.
The Golden Gophers, Teddy, the baseball team, 10-3 in the Big Ten, 26-13 overall. They've split a pair of games at Adam Chris' Illinois team this weekend. They play the 3rd one today, and then they will be at Indiana next weekend for a 3.
The Hoosiers. What's Wisconsin's record in baseball?
They don't have baseball.
I know. You know who the last guy was to play there?
Mike Larson.
Mike Larson, yeah.
Or how about Adam Christ?
Is he in Wisconsin when they canceled the
program?
program?
Last year.
Okay.
I think he played his last year at Wisconsin.
Okay, but it's amazing. Like I think St. Cloud, didn't they just cancel? Well, maybe not baseball.
Not baseball.
They canceled a bunch of them.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that might be I hate to say, the wave of the future.
Yeah.
Is baseball even in the Olympics anymore?
I don't know.
I don't either. We got to check. The Rio's coming up. Andy, check it out. We'll find out if baseball's still on the... Okay, thanks, bud.
The Golden Gopher softball team, Teddy, 15-3 in the Big Ten, 34-12 overall. They've pounded Maryland the first 2 games of the series. Next weekend they'll be at Hawkeye State, Iowa.
Whoa.
And did you see, Teddy?
I did
Mr.
see.
Shane Strike was a member of the 4x800 championship relay team at the prestigious Drake Relays.
Whoa. You know, I was a big fan of that. Steve Conway.
Yeah,
he doesn't miss the Drake Relays.
Yep. But Shane ran on the crew, and I understand they won the race by like 7 seconds. Just pulled away.
Remember last year's state when he had the anchor leg? He just blew by everybody.
He doesn't even run the anchor for this crew.
I wouldn't think so. Well, not as a freshman, but he should be.
Teddy, the Minnesota Twins, a 2-4 week, 7-17 overall. They're going to head to Houston after today.
Okay.
What's your prognosis?
Well, what was their record last year this time after 24 years? You remember it all?
No, I don't.
Remember that abysmal start they had last year, and they came back in May and had one of the best.
Well, I think last year they started like 1-6.
Okay.
And this year 0-9.
Right.
So that's tough to come back. And
Well,
boy, you're watching the teams they play in their division. There's not a lot of makeup space there. I mean, all of them are fairly good.
Did you watch that Zimmerman guy yesterday from Detroit?
Yes.
See his ERA?
Yep.
Was he a good pickup in the off season for them?
Yeah, and did you see what he's getting?
No.
Well, he gets like 17 mil, then 20 mil, and then 25 mil on years 3 and 4.
How do you feed a family on that?
I don't know. It's going to be tough, isn't
Remember
it?
that Latrell Sprewell?
Yeah, they're going to have to cut back.
Yeah, they're going to have to 2 meals a day rather than 3. Jeez Louise, isn't that amazing? And then that Upton guy just jacks him all over the place up at Target Field. I don't like to watch that guy, but he does all right. He was picked up too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The twins, and the strikeouts.
Yeah, but Whole Run Park.
Oh.
He's up to 6 home runs. You'd think he'd have 6 at this point in the season? I didn't. Hey.
Too many strikeouts. I'd have a big H if I was coaching with them.
Well, I don't think that's their concern. How many starting pitchers are on the DL right now?
Yeah.
But at least they got Nolasco going today, so they get a win.
That'll snap everything today.
There you go, baby.
Sure.
Yeah, we got the stopper.
The Minnesota Wild, Teddy, they're searching for a head coach. Any thoughts on that? Do you think our interim guy will...
I like the guy. I mean,
I did too.
Let's face it, when he came in, they didn't have any hope of the playoffs. They made the playoffs, so he must have done something right. And he pushed some buttons on some guys that had been underproducing or not producing, and they came through when he came around.
Well, they insist he will be in the mix,
right.
But...
Well, you know, the Timberwolves didn't do that.
Right.
So, I don't know. I like the guy. He seems like a no-nonsense guy, and in this day and age, you know, those pro athletes, hey, I want a no-nonsense guy. I want some guy trying to be their buddy.
I suppose that if something opens up with a big name, then it gets hard to ignore that. But
well, the Mighty Ducks, I don't know if you saw them. They let their guy go. He had success. He has like a 650 or 700 winning percentage. And because he can't get out of the first round of playoffs, they just said, that's it, you're done. So the Ducks lost again. I think they were like 3-2. They were up. Or like the last 2 or 3 seasons, they had 3-2 going, and all they do is win it on home ice. They couldn't do it. So they fired him. And the owner said, I hate to do it, but I can't fire the team. So.
And, of course, we won't know if any big names pop up because they'll still be playing for 2 more months.
Yeah, maybe Herb Brooks? No, I guess not.
No. Teddy, I know
I didn't mean to make a fun about a dead guy.
I know you're happy to know that the Minnesota Lynx are only 2 weeks away from the starting date.
And do you see what they're saying? They're saying that last year they underachieved.
Yeah.
They won it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how can you underachieve and win the title?
Because they brought these 2 new big girls in, and they didn't get to go through training camp.
Oh, okay.
So they had to learn on the fly. Now they're seeing why we do things.
Well, they're out to prove this year that last year, you know, they underachieved. I'm thinking, geez, were they going to go with the men's and win the NBA? I don't know, but hey, that's a good attitude to go into camp.
And finally, Teddy, we've just come off of 3 days of the NFL draft. And I think I can truthfully say, of all the picks that the Vikings and the Packers took, I had maybe heard of 2 of them.
The Cron or whatever, Treadwell?
Well, I had heard of Treadwell,
okay.
And I think I had heard of one Packer. It's just no names that you have no idea of.
Well, that's what happens.
Which, is what you do, I know, but...
how about the guy from Germany? Bring him up.
Yep, the Vikes have gone overseas and are bringing a wide receiver from Germany that is big, and only 2 or 3 NFL guys run a faster 40.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well.
And they tested him on football knowledge, and Rick Spielman says he was off the charts.
Well, you like sauerkraut?
I can eat sauerkraut.
I can see some nickname with kraut being in there, but it might be a little defamatory or something, or blasphemous, but I could come up with a name for a guy from Germany.
Let's not have an international incident.
What was your Lederhosen joke you had?
Constipated German.
And the Packers, anything on their draft, Ted? That you know
I'll be
about?
honest, I don't put any stock in the draft.
Yeah.
Okay, I really don't.
I kind of watched the first round, and then
I wanted to see who was going to go first.
3 days later, I grab a paper and see who do it not, don't know.
Right. Well, as soon as you saw Goff go with first pick, then you knew the second pick was going to go with Philadelphia, and they all have these prognosticators out there that for like weeks in advance they're saying here's going to be, and who gives a rip?
Mel Kiper, I think he starts about in January.
Yeah.
Daily, 10 hours a day.
Why do you even follow that? Okay. I mean, either producing. I remember the big ruha when the Vikings didn't take Johnny Football. Okay. Why didn't you take him? Because his Bridgewater is going to be crap, you know. And Now, where is old Johnny in football? Is he is he in football anymore?
Partying. Well, he's hoping to be.
I know, but is he? No team's got
Not
him,
right
right?
now, no.
So I'm glad they didn't take him.
And I see a couple Gophers did get drafted.
Yeah.
Kind of nice. Murray, the defensive back, and the big defensive end, Campbell, both got picked up in the 4th round.
I think they'll do all right.
Yeah.
And have they done yet? Have they got Mr. Irrelevant out of the way yet?
It's done, but I didn't even hear who it was.
Okay, I didn't either.
Wrapped up yesterday.
I'd like to be that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ryan Hogue was for Gusty's and he made it for a while.
Like at least 6 years.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Anything else you have, Teddy? My slate is clean.
Okay.
The May baskets have been delivered.
Today is May 1st, and it's sad. Do you remember getting May baskets?
Yeah.
I mean, do kids even do that anymore?
I don't think so.
That's sad.
Maybe in the very young grades or something.
So how was it with you? Was it you had to go chase the girls chased you? How'd that work?
I'm sure they chased me, Teddy.
Okay, I'm sure they did. Yeah.
I was fast back then. I didn't let anybody catch me either.
Jennifer caught you. Okay.
Board of Education.
But anyhow, I just wanted to bring up traditions. We got to keep them going. The May basket, that was a big deal back then, and now, like I said, I didn't see any kids out there doing it. Now they're probably inside just texting each other, saying, May basket, there you go, and send it that way. Yeah, but just stupid. And then also flowers here. Compliments to Andy, okay? Thank you for the roses, Andy. I appreciate it. But we got Andy said, don't open the umbrella and door. I just want to show you this, baby. Go to IKEA, okay? And look at the colors we got here. Blue Jay colors. So you people out there looking for a golf umbrella, go to IKEA, and they got a great meal there, okay, if you like the restaurant. And then we got the April showers, bring May flowers, bring June weddings, bring July divorces, okay? I made that up myself. Okay. So we got the May basket, and then the last thing is I mentioned about 3-sport athletes.
Yes.
Big article in the Free Press. And I also have the oxymoron. Why is it called the Free Press when you got to pay for it?
Yeah.
That does not make sense,
Right.
okay? But anyhow, a big article in there about kids that now are specializing. I think anybody out there gets a Free Press, read that. And take it to heart, because I had kids now that they got to leave practice early. They got basketball up in the cities. They got to go to Woodbury. They got to go. I mean, it's unbelievable where they go. And they got to play basketball now. We're going into May. What are they playing basketball for when we got golf and we got baseball, we got tennis? It just kind of frosts my cake.
Doug Woog, the former Gopher hockey coach, was on Channel 4 last night, and he has a type of a hockey camp, and it's not necessarily the best kids.
Right.
It's the kids with the best character
Okay.
that they get out. But one of his big things on there was, we want 3-sport athletes. We do not want these people that specialize in hockey year-round. We want to see the athletes. And boy, you're right, though, Teddy. I haven't read that article in the press yet. I'm going to. But it is a dying breed.
And they talk about injuries too, with specializing, and your body wears out in the same sport. They had a baseball pitcher in there you read about, and I think he's going to Arkansas, but he went in 3 sports in high school, and he's glad he did, and he's trying to sway other people to go that route. But I remember there's a camp over in Gustavus, a tennis camp, with a guy named Wilkinson. Yep. I think he's still around, but it was a tennis and life camp, and so it taught you life as well as just tennis basics. And Gustavus was back then. I mean, they dominated tennis. Right. It's to me, I got grandkids coming up, and I don't want them to specialize in one sport. I hope they play sports, but same time. And then they had like soccer. Now they're going to talk about headgear in soccer because of the concussions, and it was quite an article. Yeah. So people out there, you don't need to specialize. But we got an award at Waseca High School is for seniors that participate in 3 sports, and then there's a multi-award. Would give it a banquet at the end of the season. And we rarely have anybody that's out for 3 sports to even apply for the award. So it's kind of sad. Yeah,
it is. That'll do it for this week's show. Thanks to Steve and Hudson for producing the show. We apologize to Coach Hayford not having time to get to him again today. Thanks to Ted Hammond, old faithful my right-hand man. And thanks to you for watching. Hopefully we'll see you all next week.
Did I get a song
if we have a song.
Did I get a song in this week?
Roses for a balloon.
I guess somebody's stealing
that's
that.
No, that's not it, okay. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Remember that? What's that movie is from? Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, okay, riding a bike. Butch Cassidy had the woman on the handlebars, okay. That was kind of fun to watch.
B.J. Thomas.
That's very good, okay. But I had another one. Johnny Nash. I can see clearly now the rain has. Remember that song? I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Da, 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 da. We're ready. Go ahead.
Hopefully, we'll see you all next week.
Hopefully.
Rain, 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 rain.